right, here we are for the last page of the study guide. We have volume. So I'm gonna just write all of my volume formulas up at the top so I can just keep on referencing back. So a cylinder volume equals pi r squared times height. A cone is volume equals pi r squared times height divided by 3. And I'm going to put sphere over here. That's going to be 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. Okay, so I have a sphere here. A little bit hard to see, but the radius is 6. So volume equals 4 pi r cubed. So 6 cubed divided by 3. All right, so 6 cubed, 6 times 6 times 6. That's 216. Okay, so I did my 6 cubed. Now I need to multiply that by 4. Okay, now I need to divide that by 3 and multiply that by pi. All right, so the volume equals 904.32 inches cubed. Over here, the radius is 9, and it is a hemisphere, so I need to cut it in half. So volume equals 4 pi r cubed divided by 3, and then another divide by 2 because it's a hemisphere. So 9 times 9 times 9 times 4 divided by 3 times pi. So that number represents the entire sphere. So I need to divide that by 2 because I want half the sphere. So volume equals 1,526.04 centimeters cubed. All right, here I have a cone. So my cone formula is up here. So it is volume equals pi r, which is 2 squared, times the height, which is 8, and it's a cone, so divided by 3. All right, so I have 2 squared times 8 divided by 3 times pi. All right, so the volume is 33.49 inches cubed. All right, here we have this extra number here, but we do not need to know the slant length. This is the slant of the cone. They're just giving that to throw us off. We really don't need it. We only need radius and height. So it's going to be volume equals pi r, which is 5 squared, times the height, which is 12, divided by 3. So 5 squared times 12 divided by 3 times pi. And there it is. Volume equals 314 inches cubed. All right, here we have 2 figures. We have a cone, that is the top half, and then we have a cylinder. So we'll just find the volume of both and then just add them together. So the cone volume equals pi radius. Now it doesn't really have a number here, but know that the base of this cone is the same as this base of the cylinder, and the base of the cylinder radius is 9. So the radius of this is also 9. So pi r squared times height divided by 3. And let's just do the cylinder while we're at it. So volume equals pi r, which is 9, times height. All right, so let's figure out the cone. So 9 squared times 12 divided by 3 times pi. So that is 1017.36. And we're going to add that with whatever this is. So 9 squared times 15 times pi. And that will equal 3815.1. And we are going to add that with the cone. Altogether, you're going to get 4,832.46, and it's centimeters cubed. Okay, this one, the numbers were a bit hard to see, so here are the measurements. We're going to think about this realistically. This shape is a tree trunk, and the tree trunk is closest to cylinders, so this will be a cylinder. It's just really tall. And this is going to be a sphere. So I have a sphere volume to figure out and a cylinder volume to figure out. Okay, so for my sphere, all I need to know is my radius. They gave me the diameter, so the radius is going to be half of that. So volume equals, the radius is 4.5, so 4 pi 4.5 cubed divided by 3. And this cylinder, the radius is going to be half of 1.5. So 1.5 divided by 2 is going to be 0.75. That's going to be the radius. So volume equals pi radius squared times the height. Okay, so now we'll just plug in all those numbers. So let's do 4.5 times 4.5 times 4.5 times 4 divided by 3 times pi. So I get 381.51, and I'm going to add that to whatever my cylinder is. So 0.75 squared times 8 times pi. So I get 14.13. I'm going to add that with my sphere volume, or my sphere, 381.51. And altogether, volume equals 395.64, and it's feet cubed. All right, very last section. So find the missing dimension. So we know the volume and we're finding the height. This is a cylinder. So the volume, 592.91, equals pi r, which is 6.5, squared times height. Well, let's figure out first what 6.5 squared is. 42.25. So 592.19 equals 42.25 pi times h. We want to get this number away from h, and to do that I need to do the opposite of what's happening between these two. Okay, between these two is multiplication, so I'm going to divide 42.25 pi. First I need to figure out, well, what is 42.25 pi? We'll just multiply it by 3.14. So we're doing 592.19 divided by 132.665. That will give us our height. So 592.19 divided by 132.665. The height will approximately be, we'll do 2 decimal points, 4.46 centimeters. All right, last one, the volume of a cone. So now we're doing the cone. Formula is 314 units cubed. The height is 12. What is the radius? We haven't really gone over what is the radius. I'm just gonna throw this question out and let you guys know you do not have to do this one. This would require us to do a square root, which we have not talked about yet. So do not worry about doing that one on the study guide. So that is it. You are all done. You will only ever have to find the height on the test. Don't worry about finding the radius for now. All right, and that was the Unit 5 review. That's the very last page.